Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Wednesday, so I'm gonna make something that I saw a video online on YouTube where this YouTuber was making recipes with Pillsbury biscuits. Now, if you don't know, Pillsbury biscuits are accidentally vegan, and so what I did was I went and looked at the Pillsbury website and I found a recipe that I really wanted to try, and it is a chicken artichoke biscuit casserole. So obviously I have to try and make it vegan. Here are the ingredients we're going to need for our spinach artichoke biscuit bake. Biscuits. Now the recipe does call for grands. I couldn't find grands. I could only find the regular size. So this is a slightly smaller container. And then I'm going to use this Tofurky plant-based chicken. The recipe calls for pizza, Italian, sort of Italian cheese blend. I don't have that, so I'm going to mix mozza and Parmesan, and I'm going to use the Daiya cutting board ones today because the cutting board is actually quite good. I'd forgotten how good it melts because I bought some Tex-Mex for some nachos the other day, and it was really good. So I'm going to try those today. Baby spinach, some garlic and herb seasoning. If you don't have that, just use garlic powder and maybe some Italian herbs, Italian seasoning. Some artichoke hearts. Now, I like the marinated ones, but you can just use the plain ones. But 170 milliliter, I think that's 6-ounce jar of that. And then some cream cheese, garlic and onion. I'm going to use this tofu dip. It's a little, not quite as thick as cream cheese, but it's quite delicious. And it's President's Choice, sold here in Canada in Superstore. But whatever cream cheese or dip that you like that has some flavor to it, onion and chive is what I've chosen. Half a diced green pepper, that's not in the original recipe, but that is something I'm going to add. And then you need a baking dish, a casserole dish, and then a bowl that can go into the microwave. So we're going to try and make this vegan, see how it goes, and we'll try it together. I've never made this recipe, but I'm intrigued by it, and I think it will be delicious. So let's just give it a try. Okay, so I have shredded up my chicken and chopped up my artichoke hearts. And I also cut up my spinach into small ribbons because I don't like big chunks of spinach in my casseroles. And I diced up half of the green pepper quite small because I want it to cook while we're doing our thing. So the next thing we need to do is, I guess, get the biscuits going. Get them cut up. I was just about to say, am I the only one that gets a little nervous when she's opening a can of biscuits? Oh my God. That was hilarious. Totally unplanned, but brilliant. That was perfect. Seriously. Oh my God. Okay, so let's, sorry, that's just too much. So the first thing I'm going to do is get these cut up into, I guess, 4s. Because they're smaller than the grands, maybe 6s. So, yeah. Apparently I am a scaredy cat, and opening a can of biscuits definitely freaks me out. So, if you are one as well, you're not alone. You're in, well, you're in my company. I don't know if it's good company, but you're in my company. Oh, Lordy. So you just want to separate these up so that they're in individual pieces. And actually, I'm going to put them into this bowl because that's what I'm going to mix everything into. My mom one time, she had come to visit me from Toronto. I think the Alzheimer's was already showing up a little bit or maybe just for her regular forgetfulness, because she was always kind of forgetful. But we'd gone shopping, and I had bought some crescent rolls, and then I couldn't find them that night to make them. And she swore she put them in the fridge. I couldn't find them. Later on that night, I hear this pop bang sound. She had put them down underneath where the pots were. So of course, as they got warmer, they expanded and the container burst open. It's not like it made a mess or anything like that, but it scared the heck out of me. Not quite as much as this just did, but it was quite funny. So, because I didn't know that's what would happen if you left these things room temperature. Anyways, so that's done. So now what we're going to do is we're going to make get the cheese mix going. So 2 cups of Italian shredded cheese. Again, I don't have Italian shredded cheese, but I've got the mozza and the Parmesan, and that's what we're going to use. I'm going to just mix 1 cup of each together. Whoops, 1 of the mozza. I've never tried the Parmesan. And 1 of the Parmesan. Whoopsie. Together. And then we're going to put the cream cheese or whatever you're going to be using. Like I said before, I'm going to be using this chive and onion tofu dip from President's Choice in here. And I forgot to mention that we're going to need some milk as well. So 1 container of whatever plant-based cream cheese or thick dip that you want to use. So I'm going to mix this together, and then I'm going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds and then give it another mix. And then we're going to add, the recipe calls for 3/4 of a cup of milk, but because I don't have the big size of biscuit container, like the tin of biscuits that I have isn't the grands, I'm going to start with 1/2 cup and see how that is. Let's get that in the microwave for 30 seconds. Meanwhile, preheat your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit, and I'm using the Earth's Own unsweetened original. Let's give this a stir. We just want to get the cheeses started to be melting. If that makes sense. Another 30 seconds. And I will measure out 1/2 cup of milk. I'll add more if I need it. I am going to spray my baking pan really well with some cooking spray. You could also wipe it down with margarine. So that is ready. Awesome. So now I'm going to add the milk and give it a really good stir. But I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of this herb and garlic seasoning, just to make sure we got a lot of flavor in there. And then make sure this is all blended. Just going to taste this. That's good. Very good. Yummy, actually. actually. All right, so now into the bowl that has the bits of the biscuits, we're going to add the shredded chicken, the artichoke hearts, my green peppers. Let's bring this a little closer to you so you can see what I'm doing. My green peppers and my spinach. Give this a stir. I think I should put the liquid in so that it's a little easier to stir. And now, very gently, let's get this all mixed together. I'm intrigued to see how this turns out. I like the idea. Seems like a good idea. I think maybe I should have put the sauce on the biscuits before I put the other stuff in. Oh well, I'm sure it'll be fine. As long as there's bits that are separated and coated with the yummy mixture, I think it'll be okay. So my advice to you would be follow the recipe that's on the website and actually pour the cheese mixture on the biscuits before you add the other ingredients. Now, well. All right, so now I'm going to add everything into my greased casserole dish. So let's put this in the oven and see how it goes. I'm going to bake it for 35 minutes at 350 degrees, and then I'm going to top it with a little bit more of the cheese blend, and then bake it for another 5 to 10 minutes until the cheese is nice and bubbly. So I'll see you back then. Okay, 35 minutes have gone by. I'm going to pull it out and see what's happening. It does smell good. Oh my goodness. Little ASMR. I think that's what they call it. When you can hear the bubbling of it. It does smell good. So I've mixed a little bit more of that mozzarella and Parmesan because I don't have the Italian blend that they call for. So just going to put this on here. Just get it back in. And I will see you back here in 5 to 10 minutes, however long it takes for it to get nice and melty and brown on top. All right, it's done. I'm super excited. The house smells really good, I have to say. So I think the recipe was a success smell-wise. Let's get this out. Oh yeah. What do you think? Oh my God, it does. It smells really good. I mean, I gotta admit, I was a little concerned about whether or not the biscuits are going to be doughy or something like that. I guess we're going to find out. Now, if you've ever watched one of my videos, you'll know that I have a real problem waiting until things cool down before I start biting in. So I'm just going to scoop some into the plate. I'm not going to taste it. I'm just going to scoop some into the plate. That's all. I'm sure it'll be fine. What could possibly go wrong? Oh yeah, wow. That is really good. I gotta say, I really wish you could smell this. I'm dying to try some of the biscuit. I'm gonna blow on it really hard. Get some of the artichoke and the Tofurky chicken. That's really good. So here's the thing. If you like spinach and artichoke dip, you're going to love this because it's, because it's basically all of that mixed into a casserole dish with the biscuits. It's so good. The biscuits are not doughy, like they're cooked. So absolutely you can make those recipes vegan. There's a couple of other recipes on the Pillsbury website that I'm dying to try. There's a pizza sub or pizza bake one, and the apple biscuit bake thing that I saw, and I'm dying to make vegan because really, let's face it, there's substitutes for everything out there now, and it's not that hard to find ways to make really yummy recipes that are plant-based as this is. So I'm gonna go enjoy this because I'm starving and the house smells so good and this smells so good. I hope you guys try it. Let me know if you do. Let me know what you think if you do. If you have other recipes that you make with those tin biscuits, let me know, because really I've never made them. I've never used them for an actual recipe other than biscuits. So I was really excited to see that when I saw it, and really excited to check out the Pillsbury website. There's tons of recipes on there. Okay guys, take care, give it a try, let me know what you think. I love you, stay safe, and I will see you next Wednesday. Whoops, guess I should probably do that. All right.